She does.
The Cardinals
for the Gallup
the
Bengals.
state championship. Carlsbad finally
For a baseball champion.
is another Carlsbad
Play in the
championship.
center field, and it's bobbled. It's bobbled. It's caught for the ball game.
Welcome to the 2023 NMAA Softball Seeding and Selection Show presented by New Mexico Gas Company Energy Efficiency Programs. Several teams and programs are out there anxiously awaiting to see what seed they got and who they'll play. We have two brackets to announce today, but before we get to the brackets, we always like to remind everyone how the seeding and selection process works. The seeding process is not the NMAA sitting around in a room randomly deciding who should be the 1 seed, the 2 seed, etc., etc. It is not that. What it is a process that is all data driven. The following criteria is used to determine a team's seed. We look at finish in regular season district play, max preps rankings, overall record, wins against district champs, regardless of class, member school input, that's the coach's input and their rankings, and any head-to-head matchups. These schools are compared to one another with each of those criteria points, and the seeding is determined like one big math problem. It's all based on the numbers and data. In the event of a tie among those criteria points, head-to-head will be used to break the tie. If there's no head-to-head competition or head-to-head competition is tied, then max prep's strength of schedule will be used to break the tie. There is no input given by NMAA staff. Let me repeat that so everyone hears it. No input by NMAA staff. It's all data driven based on those criteria points. Did you beat a district champ? Did you have a better record? Were you ranked higher? All of those things. There is no bias for or against any school or team. Now that you understand how it's done, let's get to it. We will start in Class A2A, and the top team in this classification this year is a school that's been a fixture in the finals every year since 2016, and they're the defending state champs, Loving High School. The Falcons fly into the postseason with a 17-4 record. The core of this group is juniors, including standout pitcher Keena Granado. Loving has 18 state championships, more than any other softball program in the state. The pressure is there every year to win it.
It's almost a failure if we don't win state. It really is. And I don't know if the kids feel that pressure. They just come out and play, and they know what they can do. And last year I didn't feel any of them at any time was felt any pressure. I don't know about this year. We did start the season off, and I told them, our target on our back is as big as the state of New Mexico. I said, and everybody wants to knock down, and beat the defending state champ. I said, so whenever you go out and play, we got to be at our best.
The top four get a first round bye, and here are your top four. Tularosa is the 2. The Wildcats played in the final against Loving each of the last 2 years. Loving won last year, Tularosa in 2021. Estancia is your 3, and Capitan the 4. Estancia has a 20-5 record. Capitan comes into the postseason with a 16-5 mark. Now let's take a look at the bracket. Laguna Acoma and Lordsburg is your 8-9 matchup. Santa Rosa is the 5 and will take on Rehoboth Christian. Eunice is the 6 seed and gets Dora in the opening round. Mesilla Valley Christian is the 7 seed and Jal the 10. Jal last reached the title game in 2015. On to Class 3A. The top team in this classification is a squad that reached the state final last year. I'm talking about Santa Fe Indian School. They are the number 1 seed. Santa Fe Indian School is 22-1 overall. Their only loss was an 8-inning game against Robertson. Those two teams have battled it out all season, kind of a carryover from last year's title tilt, which would make sense why Robertson earned the number 2 seed. Robertson 21-5, only 2 district losses, and those are to Santa Fe Indian School, both in extra innings. Remember, all these 4 teams receive a first-round bye. Ruidoso's the 3 and Cobre the 4. Cobre won it all in 2019. Ruidoso is 16-5 overall, district champs. They have a 4-pitcher rotation. This is the first state appearance in a long time for Ruidoso.
It's a very cool sight to see. Of course, we're staying humble. We're not going in to any of these games and, downplaying any of our opponents, because anything can happen. And, for us, you know, it's remarkable. I mean, it's a great feeling. It's something that we haven't seen before. Since I took over, I mean, I don't even think we've met a 500 record on the year. So, for us as a program, going forward, even next year, it's an amazing sight to see.
Now let's take a look at the bracket. West Las Vegas, you are in as an 8 and will take on Tucumcari, the 9. Navajo Prep earned a 5 seed and has a date against Zuni. Dexter is the 6 seed and will face St. Michael's this week. East Mountain is the 7 seed and will take on Tohatchee in the opening round. There you have it, your Class 3A bracket. Don't forget, you can watch the state championship games on the NFHS network. So get a subscription and log on so you can watch the championship matchups. Tickets for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals will be sold on GoFan. Remember, it's digital ticketing only for the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Go to gofan.co/NMAA to purchase your tickets. That's going to do it for the 2023 NMAA Softball Seating and Selection Show, presented by New Mexico Gas Company Energy Efficiency Programs. Good luck to all the teams involved, and remember to compete with class.